Happy birthday to me! Holy fudge! Welcome back to my world, Dario Richie here. And guys, this right here is my birthday cake for my 30th birthday, made by Mercure Hotels and organized by my mum and my sister. Honestly, you gotta see the photos. Oh my gosh, guys. Today is a cloudy day. It's a grey day. It's a cold day. So, I'm going to put my dressing gown on. I got my dress, it's grey, so it fits the theme of today. I get my dressing gown on. It's going to be it's special. Today is the special video, as I'm recording this, today's Pokemon. We have... Here we go. Oh, Luxio! Beautiful. Friday, July 18th. Japan special. What I like to put together as the special things that we got gifted, all those kind of things. And we will start with the things I've got on the table here. You can probably see some stuff. If I didn't point it out, I'm not sure. You can probably see some stuff. Very delicate. These are very delicate things. Just about all these things we put in our carry-ons. Alright, so let's kick it off with the birthday cake. This here, oh my gosh. Now, you don't know these things, but it's good to always ask. So we went to the hotel. This was in Tokyo. The Mercure, I've got the lovely ticket here. The nice note. Happy birthday! Welcome to Mercure Tokyo Hibiya, which I think it's the same. It's the same suburb, Shimbashi suburb, train station and stuff. The same in Osaka, the same in Tokyo. That's why you got confused at first. I was like, oh, okay. Mom was like, oh, it's the same. So, what we did, basically, if you take towels, steal them at hotels, you get charged, right? This was a gift, and it was incredible. We walked up to them. They were just, oh my gosh. You know what he said when I asked, oh, do we keep this? And he didn't say yes, you keep it, or yes, it's yours, or we gifted it to you. The first thing he said, he was like, did it fit in the luggage? I'm like, yeah, it fit in the luggage. I mean, you can see it's a bit floppy now. That's because I gave it a big bite. You know, I ate some of it. I ate some of it when we were in the hotel. If you want to see that video, oh my gosh. So we got to have it. It was a gift. And that is something special. This is something so nice. So very nice. Yes, it comes apart like that. It's a two-parter. And we're not gonna undo it. Like, that's something I can actually sit in as a decoration in the bathroom. So this is something special. At first there was a bit of confusion with the balloons or not, but there wasn't meant to be balloons. We thought there was going to be balloons, but I forgot the details, but there wasn't going to be any balloons or anything. So it was this. It was like confetti on the bed. And yeah, I'll read the note. Let me read the note. Hang on, let's put that aside there. Okay. We are truly delighted that you chose to celebrate your special occasion here with us, wishing you a wonderful year filled with happiness, success, and good health. If there is anything we can assist you, please feel free to let us know. Best regards, Mercure Tokyo Hibiya. So beautiful. So nice. There it is. There's the... Oh, look at that. Oh, it looks like it's been signed. Mercure Hotels. Absolutely beautiful. Honestly. They are two very different. The two hotels. One's modern, one's traditional. I love them equally in their own respective ways. But if I had to choose between the two, I would choose Osaka. If I had to choose between the two, because the differences with the hotel was that the room in Osaka was bigger, the bathroom was smaller. And the room in Tokyo was smaller, and the bathroom was just had a table. So a little bit more big, a tiny bit more bigger. I would personally prefer a bigger room than a bigger bathroom. Just because in a hotel, you don't really get changed in the bathroom. You just put your underwear on and then you go straight into your room, or you put your clothing on there and everything. So if I had to choose, but I love them equally in their own separate ways. Because the Tokyo hotel, to the left, down there, was all the expensive shops and everything. Godzilla, the dining area, everything. And then with Osaka, you had the whole massive area of the lights and everything. So two completely different things. Okay, we're gonna move on. Let's move on to this thing here. This is Mum's, so I grabbed one of her things. This is our Mum's beautiful Universal Studios. So we got a couple of those things that actually was the Universal Studios, but this was the most iconic, one of the most iconic things, the actual ball itself, the actual planet itself. So that's something that you can actually clip on. It says, yeah, Universal Studios Japan. Very, very beautiful. So very nice. So we'll sit that there. I got more space over here. Yes, move aside. Move aside, very nice. Okay. Very, very nice. Alright, so what's next? Hey! We got Japan Airlines. This and this. Mum picked up at the airport, at the Japan airport, as we were leaving. She came back with things. I'm like, oh my gosh. It was good though. It was so good. My sister, when we got home, she built this. It's so beautiful, honestly. So this is the plane that we took to leave Japan. And yeah, I think it was the one that we took to leave Japan, because when we went to from Perth to Singapore to Japan, then Japan, Singapore to Perth. So I don't think we took this plane at all going to Japan. We just took it to leave Japan. Yeah, so we left Japan with this plane to Singapore, and then we got Singapore Airlines to Perth. So there's our plane, and then we got this as well. Look at that. Very, very nice. Very beautiful. I love that. And you know, I was a kid back when I went back to Sydney, and I remember this when I look at this plane, I think back to one of my family members had a room filled with planes. So now we got one. Now we got a plane. Alright, so what's next? Oh my gosh. Okay. We're doing this one. This one here. Oh, I don't want to show any QR codes or anything. Alright, so yeah. Ta-da! Look at us. Oh my gosh, hold on. There we go. There we go. Look at us. Osaka Castle. I think it cost a little bit of money to do this. Definitely do it. Definitely. This is one of the big things that you do in Osaka Castle. I think it's about 1,000 yen. Or 5,000. Oh, no, 1,000. I think it was $10. So 1,000 yen. And at first, oh my gosh, hang on. I'll show you. That's good. At first, I picked a different helmet. And I was like, oh, that looks pretty cool. But then I realized that, no, I actually like this one here. And luckily I picked that one because I actually wanted the blue getup. The other one was red. So Mom, she got that one. She loves yellow, the joyful color. Everything was beautiful. And then we picked that one there. So we bought these. You pay extra to buy this. And we even have, you get this one. Yeah, you get this one here. You get this one here for free. And then you pay extra, and you gotta get this, because this is stuff that you put up in your house. You know, like, oh no, Osaka Castle. So, this was something beautiful. This was absolutely beautiful. I loved this. So much fun doing this. Honestly, there was 2 rooms in Osaka Castle that no photos, no videos. And it's great. You know, it's good when that happens. I don't know if I mentioned, but in Kyoto, the Nintendo Museum, there was also the museum itself with all the consoles and everything. No photos, no videos, no nothing. So there was 2 rooms in Osaka Castle. I'm not even going to say what it is. There was 2 rooms. Go to Osaka Castle. Go check out those 2 rooms. That you're not allowed to take any photos and videos. And it's good when you... I love limitations because it allows you to put the camera down and, you know, just enjoy. So there was 2 rooms. I can't remember what floors it was, but you got to discover these things. You got to discover these things. All right, so there's that one. There's that photo. And then... Oh my gosh! Ah! Holy fudge! Am I recording? Yes? Oh my gosh! Universal Studios! Holy fudge! And it says at the back here, made in Japan. Of course! This only exists in Japan! Holy fudge! But I'll tell you what exists in LA Universal Studios. The ride. I think there could have been a ride there. We don't know. But we did it. We did Jaws. I haven't seen the movie yet. But I lived it. I lived it with Mum. So I'm going to start with saying that Mum, when she went to Universal Studios in America, she went on the ride. She went on the actual ride. The most scariest ride you'll probably ever go on in your life. Seeing the actual Jaws, the actual mechanical Jaws and everything. Right, so she did that in her 20s in Universal Studios America. And I got to live that very much moment with my mum. It was incredible. It was just amazing. And of course, I think we pay extra because we have a little thing, right? I left it over there. A little picture of it, just like we had the little picture with the Osaka. But this you pay a little bit extra for, and it's only a little bit. But this is the stuff, like I said, you gotta get these things. Don't you will regret if you don't get these kind of things because it's don't second guess it. Just buy it. This is the stuff that you spend money on. Is memories like this. Oh my gosh, guys, that's not the end of it. Can you believe that in 2025, this year is 50 years of Jaws? 50 years. I think I even made a post about it. 50 years. We celebrated 50 years. What are the chances that we were there right on 50 years? Amity Jaws Village. They were playing the music. Oh, the music. Oh, the music. That was one thing I loved a little bit more than Disneyland was, me personally, the music was more something I just, oh my gosh. I loved the Disney music, don't get me wrong. I absolutely love it. I will say they're equal, but if I had to choose one or the other, the music in Universal Studios, it was just, I loved every moment of it. Just hearing it over and over, and you never get sick of it. Yeah, it even says 50th Annual Regatta, July 4th. It even says 50th on there. Oh my gosh. Universal Studios Japan. Look at that. Look at that. Welcomes you. Holy fudge. Just unbelievable. Unbelievable. And I don't know if I've mentioned it or not, but everybody loved my tops. My Pokemon top, my SpongeBob top, my Dragon Ball Z top, and my SpongeBob socks. And my Mario bag. Honestly. Okay, so there's that. That's those guys. Then, I got these. Coins. So we have here. Oh my gosh. Can you focus? Oh my gosh, you can't focus. Okay. So we have the Miraidon and Koraidon. So this is Pokemon. And we've got the starters. Quagsly, Fuecoco, Sprigatito. And then we've got Snorlax and Pikachu, which the Snorlax and Pikachu, my mom got one as well. So this costs nothing. You know, a little vending machine thing that you, not a vending machine, but, oh, it's a vending machine, yeah, because you select the one that you want. So I had so much, I had these in my wallet, and because of how the material they were made, they can stick to the material. Luckily, oh my goodness, luckily, because I was close to losing them. I was so close. Okay, next. I thought I lost it, but I was determined to find it. We didn't lose a single thing during this entire trip. Nothing, even when we got home. But there was one thing. There was one thing that I thought, where is this one thing? And you know what? It kind of fits the special video. And that is my star. My beautiful star from the Kirby Cafe that my sister organized for my birthday on July 4th. This was the first thing that of these types of things. It was this one and then the Pikachu one, and then I asked for both that if I could have this. And the girl was so lovely. She was like, yeah, you can have that. It's something. I don't know where it went. And I was going through all the bags earlier before this video, and it was of course in the Kirby bag. I was going one bag at a time. I was like, where is it? Where is it? And then I got it. It was in the Kirby bag, the actual bag that we got at the Kirby store in the Kirby Cafe. This here, this is so special because I love stars. This is my favorite thing. So I had to have it. I was like, I couldn't believe it. But I still asked this one and the Pikachu one. So there's that. It's something very special. Oh, talking about Kirby Cafe. Look at this. Look at this. A little Kirby Cafe. Look at that. Very nice. So we collected all of these. We got rid of all the, you know, the gunk, all the food and everything. We got that one, and then I don't know how many more we got, but I also picked up one of Mum's, which is the Mickey Mouse one. Which you can see the photos. You check out the photos, it's all there. Okay, so that's the end of the stuff I had on the table. I've cleared out that side, because I'm going to go over there and grab one by one. One by one. Let's go. Let's grab, we're going to start from the top down to the bottom. I think that's the best way. Alright, here we go. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Alrighty. First one. Look at this. Oh my gosh. This here. So what you can do at the Kirby Cafe is that there's orders that you get souvenirs. Right? You don't, I almost thought that at the very beginning that you actually get the one that you used, but no, you get a brand new one. So we ordered this as one of the drinks. I think we both had this. We both had this, but we chose to collect one of these and a different of the other one. So we can have one of everything, basically. So this was our drink that we had, our Kirby Cafe drink. Unbelievable. These were the biggest souvenirs. The biggest souvenirs was all this stuff that you're going to see now. All the glass things, all the delicate things. So I'm going to place them one by one back over there. So we got that one. And then, here we go. This is the bowl. So the bowl we didn't actually use when we're eating. But that's the bowl. So you got the bowl and you've got the glass. And we chose one of each. When we got to the counter, there was some confusion at times, but that's what they double check things. So which is good, you know, they double check things. They even make sure with everything that you buy in Japan, just about 99% of things, they always get you to check. It's unbelievable. They check themselves, then you check. That's the photos as well. So this stuff, we check it, and I was even checking a lot of things. I don't know which ones, but I decided to switch out. I was doing what my mom's taught me, make sure it's absolutely perfect. And that's what I did while she was The Pokemon, it was the Pokemon Cafe mainly. But yes, this is the bowl, the Kirby Cafe bowl. Look at that. And these things, I don't know if we'll ever use them. Maybe we can, maybe very little, but I think for the most part, no. You want to just display them. And you can even see I've got like a cup over there, random cup I got a long time ago, that just sits there. So there's that. What else? Oh, we got the third one. Here we go. The third one. Ah, yes, the best. So this was one of the meals that we got. The star. Look at that. It's the star. It's the star. I love it. So this was actually one of the meals that we got. So we got, I think we got one of each. I think we got one of everything. I correct me if I'm wrong, if there's anything more that you can get. And honestly, this was so special. These were the biggest souvenirs. We even had the Kirby's on the table. I put the Kirby's on the table to take the photos and everything. Honestly, it was just my biggest, that and my sister organizing with my mom the cake. Like, that was the number one present that my sister gave me. And she was so sad that she didn't get me anything. Like, you got me one of the most special things in the world. Something that's impossible. Like, the Kirby Cafe and the Pokemon Cafe. The Pokemon Cafe just goes above the Kirby Cafe, meaning that there's like a 1% chance that you will get a booking for that day. Like, it's not like if you're organizing for the period that you're there, there's like a 1% chance. And then Kirby Cafe, maybe 5% chance of you getting it. And she got it. She got the Kirby Cafe. And I was so happy. They clapped for me. They did a happy birthday, or like, just hooray and everything, and it was so special. That was my biggest gift from my sister is that one, and then she got me many more things, like, so she got me that, she got me the cake, and she organized the trip and everything. So it was the most special thing. It was so special. All right, moving on to Disney. So I did, out of all these videos, I did Pokemon first, but we're gonna end it off with Pokemon. Oh my gosh, I just realized I did not plan that. I did not plan that, because this is the last video. This is the last video out of all the things that we got. I think I got about 99% of all my things. I think this is everything that I own. I've shown a couple things that my mom's own. Not going to show her things. All right, we're moving on. Here we go. And talking about my mom's things, I do the Disney stuff here. Some of them is my mom's. So we'll grab the first one. Oh, here we go. This is it. Oh, actually, no, we'll grab this one here. All right. This one here. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Stained glass window. Disney Tokyo Disney Resort Disney Castle. Just about everything says Disney Resort. That's why we struggled to get something that says Disneyland, and we did. We got the T-shirts and stuff. But this one we decided to not engrave. So all these Disney things I'm about to show you, you can engrave all of them. But we decided to not have this one engraved, just to keep it simple, very beautiful. Stained glass window is absolutely incredible. Guys, every Disney castle operates differently. So the Disney castle in Tokyo, in Japan, the workshop is under the castle. So you go through the castle underneath, and then the shops are on the left, or like the workshops on the left. When you walk through, it's on the left, you go in and everything. And then there are other Disney castles where in Paris, it's upstairs on top of the castle and stuff. So, which we didn't do that. Like, hey, we do it with my sister. Yeah, so they were making it, and I took photos, I took videos, so you got to check the photos and videos. So, here we go, the next one, here we go. Let's do this one. So this here, oh, this one. Some of them vary in price, but you don't think about the price when it comes, especially when it comes to the engraved things. Don't think about the price, you know. This one here is my mum's. The carriage. Cinderella's carriage. Yes. So beautiful. So just I'm speechless. So I really tried to get them to put my mum's name on it. And they just couldn't. And they very fixed. It was just one too many letters. My mum was happy with that. She was fine with putting the date. The date meant more to her on how she got this. So it says here, Tokyo Disney Resort, and then it says at Disney, and then the date, the 3rd of the 7th, 25. Yeah. 3rd of the 7th, 25. Third of July. So this, now she's always loved this as probably her number one thing in Disney, other than Mickey Mouse and whatnot. But out of all like the Disney movies and all, this is one of her top things. She always wanted a carriage to get married, and she couldn't succeed in doing that. So that's why this meant a lot to her, for her to get something like this. She's always wanted something like this. She's always loved the carriage. So this is something utmost special. So we're gonna gently put that there. Cinderella. Oh, I think before midnight, the slipper, everything. It was just, oh, it was so beautiful. One of my favorite movies too. I loved Cinderella. It's just so incredible. Moving on to the next thing. Now I struggled. As per usual during the entire trip, I struggled, and I thought to myself, what am I gonna pick? There are so many Disney characters I love. But, I'm so happy I picked this one. Of course, it had to be one that you can engrave. So out of everything that you can engrave, they did have something that I really, truly love. It's one of my favorites. Absolute favorite. We got Cheshire Cat. Oh my gosh, look at him. The original Cheshire Cat, not the live action one, not the real life one. The original one, which I have as one of my gifts, my alert gifts on my live streams, is the Cheshire Cat. So here, I was lucky enough with the size. It depends on the size of it too. I've got Dario Ricci, and then the date, 3rd of the 7th, 2025. And it shakes, it shimmers in different colors. It goes green, it goes like red or pinkish red. It's so beautiful. Absolutely so beautiful. Look at this. It's so nice. And I forgot to say, underneath. Oh yes, underneath. Tokyo Disney Resort. It says the same for the other one. It says the same. No, it doesn't say the same. It doesn't say that. No. Some of them are very, very witty with each other. But this is something beautiful. This, I was so happy. I was like, yes. I couldn't decide. I was like, this is it. This is one of my favorite, my first character. Out of my very first one. I was so happy to get this. But then, hang on. We're gonna sit you. Yeah, you can sit on the star. There we go. Here we go. Before we get to the big one, hold on. Before we get to the big one, it's Chip. Look at that. Oh my gosh! And you're wondering, where's the Chip? Well, there it is. Because yeah, they could have put it, but dangerous, all that stuff. And on top of that, I think you can, you can actually use it. You can actually use it. So that's cool. This is just, I love this. And I had to, this was my souvenir from the Beauty and the Beast ride that we went on. I was just so happy to get this, honestly. And I'll share this with my family. I love this. And we saw Chip. You could see it in the video. We saw him moving around. It was unbelievable. I felt like we were there. We were there in the movie. This was just incredible. I just love this. My favorite character, I was saying in the video, my favorite character, I always loved the top hat guy, but they didn't have him. So if they had him, I would have got him. But I was happy to get Chip. Chip was cool. Chip was like, this meant something to me because he was there. We got to see him and everything, and it was just so nice. It was so very nice. Look at this. He would move around. He will look at you. Honestly, it was just incredible. It was just incredible. Okay, so I'm running out of space. No, I'm not. Here we go. Very nice. This has to go in there. Okay, the piece of resistance to end off the Disney section. Here we go. There it is. There it is. I want to really make sure I'm holding it on two sections, underneath and on top. You don't want to grab it from the top. But even though it will last forever and it's perfect and it's strong in every single way, you want to just make sure you're holding it nicely. So underneath, it doesn't say anything. The Disney castle. And I remember when we walked in and I saw this, I was like, oh, we got to get this. And Mum wanted to get the Disney. We had to get the Disney castle. Can you believe how much this one was? $39. This one. Honestly, unbelievable. It was so good. And then we got it engraved, and I was trying so very hard to try and get our last names. And for some reason, I think the thing is, what came down to it is that we could only choose one or the other. The last name or the date. So I made sure that what Mum really truly wanted, and she wanted the date. So we got here Violetta, 3rd of the 7th, 2025. And then on the other side, Dario, 3rd of the 7th, 2025. I think we could have done one of those dates to be our last name. And then we got Tokyo Disney Resort, Disney. The Disney Castle. I love it. It's so perfect. It's so beautiful. Our ultimate treasure. And we're going to do one with my sister, the three of us. And then I even said to them, I was like, you guys do one together. But then they're like, we'll do one, all three of us. But then I want them to do one together. My mum and my sister, I want them to do one together. And then so when we go back, or any Disneyland just about, we can do one, the three of us, all three of our names, if we can. Might have to get a big one. And this was the only one out of all these things that we had to get rid of the box. But that didn't matter, because the box didn't have anything. It didn't have a single wording or nothing on it. So it was meant to be. We weren't meant to keep the box. And this was in my mum's luggage, the more luggage looking, not a backpack, the carry-on luggage, right? And I was so gentle, and oh my gosh, she wrapped it up so perfectly well, but I was very, very gentle. Honestly, I had to look after that thing like you would not believe. So that can sit there now. Very nice. Very beautiful. Okay, to end off this video, we've got two more. I should grab them at the same time. How about that? How about we grab them at the same time? Okay. Let's set one down there so I can get a bit more better positioned. I'm recording. Everything's good. Now, I was hinting out during the videos and the photos, or mainly the video, that, oh my gosh, holy fudge. So these, I needed to get both of them. And I succeeded. I couldn't believe it. And my mom shared, mom and me shared a little bit. She tried a little bit of this one here. What I wanted to do was, I wanted to get the drink with the meal, and then for dessert, I got this. And then I initially put Gengar. This was a coffee. So this was a coffee because I wanted to get a coffee. I had to get a coffee. But then I was like, oh, what about dessert? And what about having a coffee for dessert? I was like, no, that's fine. I'll have the coffee as my drink. So I did that. And I had the Gengar on the top. And I decided to call her back and be like, I got to change it to Ghastly. And that was my hint. The reason I did that is so my Ghastly can evolve all the way to Gengar. Honestly, this was my Pokemon Cafe. This was my birthday. This is my probably my biggest souvenir right here. I was so happy to get these, but it didn't stop there. I said I am just gonna get these, but I couldn't resist. I got myself the fork and the spoon that you would have saw in my Pokemon video from the Pokemon Cafe. And this was the moment where I was actually really looking. While my mom was distracted looking at the souvenirs and all that kind of stuff, I was looking to make sure that... Oh my gosh. There we go. I was making sure that... I think it was this one here that I needed to... there was something wrong with it. Kind of. I had a little dirt thing on it and I replaced it. It was either this one or this one. So underneath it says Pokemon Cafe. And then it says Pokemon Cafe. Yeah. And then, I should also mention that my friend Frankie was the one that let me know that, just give it a shot. But I had a plan, right? So basically, my birthday was meant to go like this: Studio Ghibli, and then everything else you saw in the video in that day, and not the Pokemon Cafe. I thought about it from even before the trip. I thought, well, what if I just went to the Pokemon Cafe? Because we went to the Pokemon Cafe, the first one. I was like, during the day, no luck, nothing. And we learned these things, right? So we planned on doing the Pokemon Cafe. I said, well, we can do this. And we decided to get there very early, hours before. We were the second people in line. So you want to be there. This is for Pokemon Cafe. Any of these cafes, Kirby Cafe, Pokemon Cafe, if there's a third one, maybe. This is only exclusive. This is only limited to these types of cafes. You get there, and you just stay in the line. In the line that says the non-reserved, the not booked in line. We were the second people in the line, and we managed to get a 1 o'clock booking. Honestly, we got that, we secured it, and then we got the boat off for an hour or two to the Pokemon Center that was next door. I couldn't believe my eyes. When I couldn't believe what was happening, I was like, oh my gosh. And then I said to Mom, well, let's go into the line from the Pokemon Center of just after 12. I said, we better go now. Even though the line goes very, very quickly, it's kind of like balanced. The line is the most longest line you'll ever see in your life. There's not much more, other than lining up for non-shop things, but shop lines, longest line you'll ever see in your life. And then it goes very quickly, but I didn't want to take any risks. So I went at a perfect time, because when we checked out from the Pokemon Center, I got my birthday thing. Right? The birthday thing I showed you. I got it there. The happy birthday piece of paper. And we went straight to the Pokemon Cafe, and it was the 12:45 lining up, and then we we lined up right before them. So they had their section. I said, Mom, don't go too close. We stay here because this was the beginning of the 1 o'clock. So we were the first people in. We were the first people in to the 1 o'clock, and we got Gardevoir. We got Mega Gardevoir. Out of all of them, I wanted Mega Gardevoir. I also loved Mega Charizard X. But guess what? I got the Mega Charizard X sticker. So I got the both of them. I got the Gardevoir. I got the Mega Charizard X. And then Pikachu. He arrived. It was the best moment. It was just the best moment. I believed we succeeded. We succeeded. That's what I did for my birthday. To kick off my birthday, instead of Studio Ghibli, we did the impossible. We did something that wasn't planned, that wasn't organized, that couldn't be done, and it happened. Can you believe that? Can you believe the way that my dad and God, even my nonna upstairs, they planned this. They made it possible. Another one of those impossible things that the Studio Ghibli, we were checking at times. I think my sister checked a few times to see if there was any availability, and there really wasn't at all. And I can't believe, and to go to Studio Ghibli, it's a bit of a trek. There's no point doing it unless you actually are got a reservation. So we're glad we didn't go over there. We went to the Pokemon Cafe. I said, we'll do the Pokemon Cafe. And it was unbelievable. It was absolutely, I'm out of breath. I'm out of breath. Oh my gosh. My favorite Pokemon, my Gengar dude. And then this. This is just, this. And my mum, we were sitting there, and I was thinking all these possibilities. I was thinking to myself, like, oh, Mom, I don't know if I can eat all this or drink this all. And I was saying to her, oh, can you get the drink? I didn't want her to get anything she didn't feel comfortable with. So she wasn't comfortable with that. And I was sitting there thinking to myself, I was saying to Mom, like, oh, Mom, you put me in a position. I have to choose between this and this. My favorite Pokemon and the most important Sylvania from the Pokemon Cafe. So it's my favorite Pokemon of the most important Sylvania. So, and I managed to do both. I managed to do both myself, and it was great. It lights up. Or, I mean, they had an ice that lit up. It's doing Confused Way. Gengar was doing Confused Way. I was very much in a delusional world. I was very much in a fantasy. What I saw this entire trip. Guys, I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much for watching these videos. That's it. This is Japan, the special video. And it was so special. Please, if you would like, go check out my Instagram. You'll see all the photos, all the videos. As of right now, I'm still posting the photos. Still got more to do on Instagram because Instagram's just a little bit different where it limits you, and that's fine. I'm patient. I'm doing 3 posts a day of 60 photos and videos. So it will all be there. That's the main thing, is that they're all being there. It's better than me cutting down on the photos and videos. So hey, you get it all, but you get it slowly. Or the worst case scenario was, and I'm glad I'm not doing it, you get it quickly, but you get less of it. So I want to put it all on there. I want to put everything on there. Guys, thank you so much. This was a dream come true. Everything about this trip was a dream come true. No regrets. Anything we didn't do, and everything we did do was meant to be. It was meant to be. There was nothing more important, nothing more special than what you guys have seen, what I've shown you guys. And you know, we had a lot of up and downs. We had someone leave us during that period. I don't want to get into details about that. And it was everything that happened was meant to be. It was perfectly fine. I expressed it on my videos. If you want to go and check out my videos about everything, you can see it all there. thank you again for watching these videos. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ah! Pikachu! Look what I found in my mum's bag. As I finished recording, I was like, wait, there is one more thing. I thought it was the little stuff from the Kobe Cafe, but now this right here was the literal last thing that I got in Japan before we left in Haneda airport, which was the airport we were in to leave Japan on the Japan Airlines. Look at this, and that is when I left the only thing behind, which was 20 cents in the vending Pikachu machine. I left that behind. I knew it when I was walking away. I knew I left it. I was like, that's it. That's my only thing I leave behind. We didn't lose anything. We knew of everything, and that was the only thing. And I can't believe I said to Mom, she has everything in her bag that's hers. But I think this was the only thing. That was the only thing. Holy fudge!